Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld again. Thanks for stopping by, and just remember, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, feel free to take a look at some of my other Battlefield videos if you like. You can find them all in a playlist in the description down below. But anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at Premium, and in particular what I think needs to be fixed before BF5, because I think it's safe to say that a lot of the community haven't really been happy with EA's Premium model so far, especially when it comes to Hardline. And this is a growing problem not just in Battlefield, but in general, with many AAA titles copping serious criticism for their season passes. So what are publishers doing wrong? Is it just greed, or are they out of touch with players? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Now, to kick off, I want to start by making the point that we're entering an era in gaming where indie developers are becoming more relevant. And that's because they're pretty much the only ones actually bothering to try new ideas, and it seems like they also have a better relationship with players. I think the reason for this is because many indie games start from the ground up, either from crowdfunding campaigns or as mods for other games. So as a result, the devs have a much more personal relationship with their project, and it's a lot less about the money than it would be for the AAA studios. This whole mentality transitions into the way they handle DLC, and a perfect example of this is a game like Insurgency. For example, New World Interactive basically releases all the DLC for free, and they've also recently released the Day of Infamy mod for free as well. And with this kind of support, it's no wonder that after 2 years, Insurgency is still doing better on PC than a lot of AAA shooters, including Hardline, because free DLC gives everyone a good reason to come back to the game. And most importantly, when they do come back, they can expect to find populated servers. Now, on the other hand, there's Battlefield Hardline, which, like I've said before, and I'll say again, I don't actually think is a bad game. But the problem is, a lot of people don't like it as much as BF4, and as a result, the player base is almost non-existent now on most platforms. So because of this, I don't even really play the game anymore because there's hardly any populated servers in Australia. And even out of region, finding populated DLC servers is still hard because a lot fewer players bought Premium for this game, and the ones that did have since moved on. What this means is that even though new content has been coming out every few months for the last year or so, most people just aren't playing it. And considering all the DLC content is for the multiplayer modes, this means that the $70 I spent on Premium, as far as I'm concerned, was a waste of money. In fact, the footage you can see in this video is actually from the first time I played the new Betrayal DLC, and chances are it'll probably be the last time I play it as well. And like I said, that's not because I don't like the DLC, it's just that any online game depends on a decent player base, which Hardline really hasn't had for a good while now. Now, I think EA could have done a few things to avoid this problem, and I think they should have really kicked in a new plan once they realised Hardline wasn't going to be the new BF4. And in my opinion, the number one item should have been to release all of the DLC a lot sooner while the player base was still going strong. As a spin-off, Hardline was never going to live up to the numbered title, so I think it was unrealistic for EA to ever plan for it to last over a year. Which isn't to say that Hardline didn't do well, it just wasn't a massive hit, and it should have been obvious staggering out the DLC for too long wasn't going to work. Also, I think publishers have got to get serious about the price they charge for DLC, because it seems like they're charging more and more for increasingly less content. And also, I think the way they price DLC should be directly proportional to how much value the players will get out of it long term. I mean, for example, there's a reason why, unlike Hardline, COD games hold on to their value, because even the older games in the series still have huge player bases. And yet, if you look at the price of DLC, well, it almost never scales with the popularity of the game, and by the time it does get cheaper, it's almost not worth buying anyway. Now, that kind of leads me into my last point, which is that because of the price, I still haven't bought the Season Pass for Battlefront, and I don't think I ever will. And once again, that's not because Battlefront is a bad game, it's just not going to last for over a year, which means for $75, the Season Pass isn't obviously worth it. That being said though, EA have smartened up a bit by announcing a bunch of free DLC for non-premium members, like what they did for BF4. And if they keep that up, that may keep me interested in the game, but I can tell you, unless they drop the price, I won't be coming back for the paid DLC anytime soon. So to sum up, I don't think the problem is with the DLC content itself, but just that publishers aren't being realistic. And that's not helped by the fact that no matter what, every game these days has to be hyped up as if it's going to be the best game ever. With that being said though, I do more than likely think BF5 will be a hit, but even so, there's a chance it might not be. And if this is the case, I don't think after Hardline and Battlefront, people are going to take the risk with BF5 and buy another $75 premium again. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up my thoughts on this topic, so let me know what you think in the comment section below. Feel free to suggest a topic for my next video, and as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description below if you want to see any more of my videos, or if you want to support my channel on Patreon. And until next time, see you later, and have a good one.